Welcome. In the previous video, we have learned about pressure on solid, liquid and gases and atmospheric pressure. In this video, we are going to learn about buoyant force and Archimedes principle. Buoyant force. Take a plastic bottle and fix the lid tightly. Now place it in water and see. It will float on water. Try and push it into the water. Even when pushed, it continues to float. This experiment can also be done with a plastic hollow ball. Now fill the water with water to the fullest capacity and close the lid and release in water. The bottle will float inside the water. Why does this happen? The empty plastic bottle floats on the surface of water. On the contrary, the bottle full of water floats inside water but does not go to the bottom. The weight of the empty bottle is negligible as compared with the weight of the water inside. Such a bottle with water neither float on the surface nor does it go to the bottom. This means the force due to gravity acting downwards, Fg, must have been balanced by an opposing force in the upward direction, Fb, on the bottle filled with water. This force must have originated from the water surrounding the bottle. The upward force acting on the object in water or other fluids or gas is called buoyant force Fb. Use your brain power. While pulling a bucket from a well, when it has been pulled out of water, why? Now try this. Take a piece of thin aluminum sheet and dip it in water in a bucket. What do you observe? Now shape the same piece of aluminum into a small boat. An iron nail sink in the water, but why does the massive steel ship on it? When an object is dipped in a liquid, a buoyant force acts on it. It becomes easier to swim in the sea water than in the fresh water. This is because the density of sea water is higher than the density of fresh water due to salt dissolved in the sea water. In this book, you have seen that lemon sinks in a glass filled with water, but it floats when we stir it 2 spoons of salt in water. In salty water, the buoyant force exceeds the gravitational force. What is understood from these examples? Buoyant force depend on the two factors. First, volume of the object. That is, the buoyant force is more if the volume of the dipping object is more. And the second one is density of the liquid. That is, more the density of the liquid, more is the force of buoyancy. Dear students, do you know how is it decided that in the object left in the liquid will get sink in the liquid? First, the object float if the buoyancy force is larger than its weight. Second, the object sink if the buoyant force is smaller than its weight. Third, the object float inside the liquid if the buoyant force is equal to its weight. Which forces are unbalanced in the above cases? Now, let us see what is Archimedes' principle. First, try this. Take a long rubber band and cut it at one point. At one of its ends, tie a clean washed stone or a 50-gram weight as shown in the figure. Now hold the other end of the rubber band and make a mark there. Keep the stone hanging in air and measure the length of the rubber band from the stone to the mark made earlier. Now take water in a pot and hold the rubber band at such a height that the stone sink in it. Again measure the length of the rubber band up to the mark. What is observed? While dipping the stone in water, length of the stretched rubber gets slowly reduced and is minimum when it sinks completely. What could be the reason for a shorter length of the rubber band in water? When the stone is sunk in water, a buoyant force acts on it in the upward direction. The weight of the stone acts downward. Therefore, the force which acts on it in the downward direction is effectively reduced. How much is the magnitude of the buoyant force? Is it the same for all the liquid? Is the buoyant force of equal magnitude for all the object? The answer to this question are embedded in the Archimedes principle. This principle states that when an object is partially or fully immersed in a liquid, a force of buoyancy acts on it in the upward direction. This force is equal to the weight of the fluid displaced by the object. Now students, use your brain power. Explain the observation in the earlier experiment according to the Archimedes principle. Now let's see about the introduction of scientist. Archimedes. Archimedes was a Greek scientist and a mathematician with sharp intelligence. He found out the value of the pi by numerical calculation. His knowledge of lever, pulleys, and wheels in physics was useful to the Greek army in fighting against the Roman army. He became famous due to his work in geometry and mechanics. He discovered the above principle by observing the overflowing water. He came out in the same state shouting Eureka, Eureka, meaning I found it, I found it. This principle has been used in the construction of ships and submarines. It is also used in the instruments such as lactometer, hygrometer. These are based on this principle. Now, density of the substance and relative density. Density is equal to mass upon volume. The SI unit of density is kg per meter cube. The property density is very useful in deciding the purity of the substance. The relative density of a substance is expressed with respect to the density of water. Now relative density is equal to density of substance of water. This being a ratio of two equal physical quantity, it has no unit. Relative density of a substance is called its specific gravity. Dear students, here we finish the chapter that is forced. Now we will going to see the numericals in the next video. Thank you.